when you made the switch, did you have supporters, doubters? Did you have a passion for real estate at that time, or was it just, let me go over here and let me see if this is something I want to do?
Yeah, I'm a little weird because again, I kind of got into the business a little bit different. I hesitated, didn't want to get into the business because I just got, I didn't really like real estate agents. My interaction with them, they were very cold. Why are you calling me? No,
Yeah,
get away. That was, and again, I try to be better than some of the ways that I was treated, but I usually have there's that old man coming out of me, early old man of someone saying, asking me for business. I'm like, you know what? Let me ask you, how can you bring me about, at least give them
yeah,
something. So I'm not the jerk just hanging up on them, or whatever.
yeah.
So I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Early on, yes, a ton of support. That's really the biggest thing is really knowing. And we're in a more rural area, so we're mostly in Madison County, west of
Yep.
Columbus. I lived in Hilliard for a while, so I know a ton of people there, Hilliard, Galloway, and that. But then out in this direction, again, a lot of families have lived here for generations, and so how do you get into the mix of that? And so you could get kind of mentally like, well, how am I going to fit into here? I don't know these people. And
Right.
really, I found that to be a huge benefit because then, if it was a farming family in Madison County and I was selling other kids' houses, I'm not on the rumor mill. I don't know who your cousins are. I don't know. So it's like I was a more trusted, safe box of information because they knew that I didn't know the other people that could even have a potential to spread more rumors of what their business is going on. So that was
Sure.
something I thought was more of a deficit in the geographical area I was in. And it turned out to be actually one of my greatest assets of not knowing anybody. Isn't that crazy? So, but I mean, yeah, but that was the biggest thing and we did a lot of trainings early on, especially did the Buffini training. That was kind of something that unlocked for me, did a lot of, and we went to conferences and did a lot of things, but yeah, really that was a huge formative time to be able to not just do the business, but how are you doing your business? Because there's a lot of
Sure.
people that have all sorts of different opinions on how to do this business. And if you buckle down and say if someone says, hey, the only way to do this business is make 100 calls a day. Well, if you did 100 calls a day, you're probably going to get a return on that. That may not be
Right.
something that you're long lasting going to be doing, but if you can calculate, but being able to figure out what is this lifestyle really like, I found is, and so it was kind of funny. So my brother that I lived with for a year, he actually just got into the business. I guess it was about a month ago,
Oh,
and
wow.
so it's kind of funny. He he go he goes and gets fingerprinted at BCI,
Yeah.
and so it's like, Tripp, is that you're becoming a real estate? Do you know TJ Tripp? And it's like, yes, that's my brother. Send him to my mechanic because there's something specializes in Subarus. He has a Subaru. I was like, oh, talk to this guy, and then started talking to that guy. He's like, oh, TJ, yeah, he helped me find a house. And so that's really been a pattern of like, if you can have, I figured out really, if you can just have a short 15 seconds, if someone says, oh, you're in real estate, how's the market? And if you say just something general, good or bad or whatever,
Right.
but
Right.
you can turn those just quick little things of it's challenging or this is what we're dealing with. I've got these listings or whatever, and have something that's educated and be able to have that just a different thought. They're like, wait, he knows what he's talking about. It just takes a few seconds to where now they correlate your name with
Yeah.
real estate. And now every time they bring it up, and so that was really the biggest unlocking moment was just if you're at the chiropractor, I just came back from a listing appointment and couldn't believe it. Such a beautiful house. Their kitchen was just amazing. I didn't say, hey, guess what? I'm a realtor and, whatever. It was just
Right.
something that now they associate my name. And there's nothing, again, there's no trickery about it. It's
No.
just, you're just talking about life and people happen to be interested in real estate in their day-to-day life.
And when did you end up getting licensed? What year?
2016.
2016.
End of
Okay, so
2016.
yeah, before it really started getting super crazy, and this is one of the
Yeah.
messages that I've been telling a lot of agents recently is, you know, phone skills, conversation skills are going to be what separates a lot of agents in the market that we're in and moving towards, in my opinion.
Yeah.
To where just something like what you just said, that is a skill set. Practicing how to bring up real estate or answer that question is working on a skill set. And some people will be like, well, and they'll blow it off. But how you just articulated that and spelled it out is what will separate a lot of agents. Because one of the things that I learned just this year, I was at a ninja installation. I don't know if you ever done a ninja training, but it's
I've
kind of
heard
like
of it, have
Yeah,
not
Brian
done.
Buffini,
Yeah.
build through your sphere. When someone asks you, how's the market, instead of you saying good, bad, terrible, whatever, you say, well, what market are you talking about?
Yeah.
Which market are
Yeah.
you referring to?
You in the selling market, the buying market, the what are you? You know,
Yeah,
yeah, asking that
it's,
question, even if you just said why, anything.
yeah.
It was just, I mean, not like that was
But
a little
people think like
aggressive the way
something
I said it, but you
small
know,
like that. Yeah, people think something small like that is like, um, like they don't need to work on that. That is a skill set, right? At the end of the day, our job is to talk to and communicate with as many people as possible, day in, day out, about real estate. New
yeah,
people, find new people to talk to about real estate. Follow up with people you've already spoken to about real estate, right?
yeah,
That's our job. So, the fact that you just, brought that up and broke that down is just, that's something I've been on like probably the last 3, 4 weeks, is learning your conversation skills and how to have them, because that's going to be what is one of the separators, in my opinion, for a lot of agents moving forward.
yeah. And honestly, you said having, do you even like this or having fun with it? I did forget one piece of the story, and I don't know how I forgot this, but I back when I was with one of the title companies I worked for, they sent us to a sales coach, and his and it was kind of old school, super old school, and loved it. Because again, they used the terminology like "put me in your tickler file" and stuff. But again, it was just the old school relationships. Skip Murray was the guy's name, and he's since retired, and he's living it up, golfing 200 days out of the year in Scottsdale now. But he started talking to me. We do the role playing thing and stuff, and he stopped me. He's like, TJ, if you would just have fun with this, you could actually do something. I was like, have fun with this. It was a light bulb, like, have fun with this.
Yeah,
Ultimately, that didn't work for title, but again, people are just people, and you're getting to know them, and so again, if you can't have fun with it, if this is really stressing you out,
yeah,
okay, there might be a different facet of the business that that might work for you. But if you're afraid of people and you don't have interest in their lives, or interest in the market, or interest in economics, at least something,
yeah,
I don't quite get how you can be in it for the long haul. Okay,
yeah.
I almost went negative there. Sorry.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I think a lot of people struggle with, like, we all see the success and the social media influencers and the money being thrown around and the fancy cars, and you can have all of that stuff. But if you don't fall in love with the process of what it takes to get there,
Yeah.
it's you're never going to get there. And then the second part of it is that truly what's going to motivate you, right? For me, that stuff doesn't really motivate me. Um, to me, it's a certain lifestyle, traveling experiences, all of those things. I think it's just being true and honest with, what do you really want to accomplish with this business? Because anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah. Sounds
So it's
cliche
just,
to say, but it really is true.
yeah,
You're 100% correct.
yeah. And what you're going to put into it is what you're going to put out. And if you don't love the process or real estate, it's going to be hard. It's going to be super hard. I want to